What's good, y'all? So, did a lot of studying last night and watching a lot of footage, a lot of game film, really going over plays and stuff like that. And yeah, out of nowhere, I don't know if it was like the NDA or is it just everyone's just, all right, I'm releasing it. There has been so much of the Battlefield Labs footage that has come out, within the pretty much as soon as Battlefield 6 was formally revealed, everyone and their mother is dropping their footage. And I did a lot of studying, so you don't have to. And just gonna point out some stuff that I've learned. I got over 20 things that I wrote down that are relevant, especially like super nerdy things that, I think hardcore players are gonna be interested to hear. And yeah, we got some interesting things that are brand new to me, and I've been trying to, follow as much as I could, stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, I guarantee you're gonna at least learn one new thing. Probably more, but yeah. So we got a lot to go over, so let's get into it. Alright, first off, pretty straightforward, kind of probably already knew, Battlefield 4 weapon classes are indeed a thing. Basically ARs, shotguns, DMRs, SMGs, carbines, LMGs, and bolt-action rifles. These are the categories of the weapons. Yeah, pretty straightforward, like Battlefield 4. Now, I'm assuming when they do the beta with the previously mentioned closed weapon classes, or, locked to the specific classes, and then open classes, the servers are going to have, I'd imagine it's just going to be like Battlefield 4. I hope to God it is, because it's perfect. It's perfect. Alright, now this is the wild part. In the video, the guy goes to customize his weapon. It's a DMR. It looks like a EMR or M39, whatever DMR. It's in a bunch of Battlefields. But you can have 10 attachments, up to 10 attachments on the DMR. Not only that, shotguns could have 9. A bolt-action sniper had 8 attachment slots. Assault rifle attachments are up to 10 as well. I'm going to really delve into this sooner, but let's go on to the other things. Now, one of my concerns was they go to, select an optic. There's a lot, like Battle or Call of Duty, like gunsmith type. I'm just nervous this is going to lead to every weapon you're going to have to grind 30 hours to get all the attachments for, which we'll just have to see. But it's also kind of giving me like Battlefield 4 kind of thing, where you have 2 types of the same grip that do the exact same thing, and they're just a cosmetic difference. Sadly, they don't tell you what these attachments do, and yeah, we'll just have to wait to see what they do. There's 5 stubby grips and 5 vertical grips. I've seen bipoded grips that, foregrip that has a bipod at the bottom of it, which is very interesting, that you can attach to an AR, stuff like that. But we'll just have to see how different they are, but hopefully it's not too much of a grind to get all of these attachments. Alright, one of those sights actually was a one-time thermal they put on like a DMR or AR, I don't even remember what it was. But yeah, and it works exactly how it should. You can throw a smoke in a hallway, smoke a hallway out, look through it, and just clearly see through the smoke. Everyone's, white hot thermal, works beautifully. It was bugged though, where he used it and then his entire vision was thermal vision. So I'd hope they'll have that fixed, because that's pretty strong. But yeah, thermals indeed are in the game. One-time sight, it was like a holographic sight that was thermal, and it was awesome, super dope. All right, I'm gonna save that for later. Let's get into grenade throw. Now, I haven't seen any footage yet, but it's looking like I'm not liking the grenade throw. It's very short and it's quick. You don't even put your weapon away. It's like he just takes off his belt and underhand tosses it towards an enemy. I'm not sure if it's like certain grenades are thrown a certain way, because it was smoke grenades. I don't know. That's, we'll have to see. But so far, what I've saw, the quick grenade throw, not a fan. Hopefully that's just a one-time, or a smoke thing. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But yeah, very annoying quick grenade throw that's like super short, like very short, like 20 meters, kind of, you know what I mean. It's shorter than Battlefield 4, which already had a, decently short you know, grenade throw, whatever. Short grenade throw, not a fan. Battlefield 5 style prone. You can lay on your back, crawl on your back like Battlefield 5. Beautiful, awesome things. Sniper. I've seen a bolt action sniper footage. Ugh. The sound, it sounds so fucking meaty. It sounds so good. It made me so soaked. Loved it. Alright, Battlefield 1 sweet spot is, there was a clip where the guy one-shots dude to the body at like a certain range. It didn't, I don't know the range or whatever, but you did 100 damage, because that's another thing. Damage numbers are a thing, like Battlefield 1? Yeah, Battlefield 1 had it, you know, when you'd get a shot off or whatever, and you see the number you did to them, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he did a full 100 to the body. I hope that's just like, it better not be like the norm. I do not want that sweet spot shit back. That was just annoying. Yeah. Marksman bonus, that's back. Thank you. Well, I don't know why you were moving the things that reward skill. Thankfully, marksman bonus, as of now, is back. The incendiary grenade launcher can damage armored vehicles like a tank. Don't know how much it does, but it can do it. Just a nice little thing I noticed, nothing major. Now, a thing I did notice, I mean, it's also been, you know, well documented through the leaks, is the Battlefield 4 style field upgrades. You know, you got your, like, all your different upgrades, and they seem pretty strong. Some of them are, like, we're gonna see, you know, like the assault one, when they have, like, the med stem, like from Battlefield 2042, and then one of the upgrades is it upgrades the effects of the heal while also revealing enemies nearby, and then if you kill people, it prolongs the effects. I didn't even notice it, like when he used it, you know, I didn't really even like see what it was supposed to do. I don't even know if it was working at the time, but that's weird. We'll just have to see how broken it is, if anything at all. Suppression is indeed back in the game, but it just seems to be a visual thing. A guy was getting just pelted with fire, and he was sniping, and it didn't seem to, you know, add any fucking bloom to his shots. Seems perfectly fine. Pretty much exactly what I wanted. You know, suppression to be in the game where it visually bugs your screen, but doesn't actually affect your aim in terms of it randomly deviating your bullets. Cool little thing was Breakthrough tells you how many kills per sector after the like it showed how many they killed, and they had to fall back. They were on the defensive side. Just a cool little detail that I like, you know, seeing how well you did overall, stuff like that. Overall bullet spread is beautiful looking. I haven't seen much. It almost seems like guns don't have much recoil, but it was keyboard and mouse players, and he was a pretty good player. That's the other thing. All the footage I've seen, they seem like they actually know how to play video games, which is nice. But yeah, overall, does not seem like there's much spread at all. Actually, yeah, you know, bullets go where you're aiming. Always a great thing in a first-person shooter. Guys, we're making great strides here. We have a scoreboard, kills, deaths, and assists, all on the scoreboard, and then your total score. Who knows? It could be expanded on, you know, with repairs and heals. We'll see, but there's at least a scoreboard in the labs alpha thing. Also mentioned this before in another video, but in case you didn't know, Battlefield Hardline, health/ammo off a teammates mechanic. One of the only good things about Hardline, where you can go to a squad mate that's, well, now since it's support, they have both. You just go to a support player and get your health and ammo off their person rather than having to wait for them to put the crate down. And super nice, awesome, one of the best things ever for the franchise in general. They added that. Awesome, loved it. Bringing back, seeing the number of blueberries on, you know, an objective along with the enemies, you know, your teammates. You can see at the top, you know, how many friendlies are on the point, and then how many enemies, number based rather than it just being like a guess with a, you know, weird little bar thing. Just give you, I like that, just to give you more information from what you're seeing, and, you know, as much info as possible, I'm always a big fan of, you know what I'm saying? Nice little detail I noticed was an AR affecting or dealing damage to like a transport buggy thing. You know, pretty much Battlefield Hardline is really the only one I can think of. Maybe Battlefield 1, where like small arms fire damaged like the super light transport vehicles. Most of the time, you just need explosives to destroy like buggies and stuff, but it looked like just small arms fire dealt some damage to it. Unless there was a caveat with how it, maybe not everything can, because this is where it's going to get very interesting. I almost want to bet this is the part I was talking about, where we're going to take a nice little deep dive, and if you're going to learn anything, this is going to be very interesting to see how this is going to play out in the beta and launch. Alright, I know you're asking yourself, like, man, you can put 10 attachments on a gun? That's wild. How are you going to balance that? That is a wild, amount of attachments, and it is a very good point. How do you balance it? Well, they have this system in place where you have a point value. It's 100 points for the entire rifle, or, let's just say you're using an AR. And then each attachment has a point value associated with it. A sight is 5 points. A barrel could be 10 points. I've seen grip or magazine was 25 points. And yeah, a lot of options, stuff like that. And then they all have their point values. And obviously, the better the attachment, you'd imagine, the more points it's going to cost for you to use it. Now, don't have any, crazy details on the attachments yet and why some are more expensive than others, but it makes me want to go into the final thing, which is ammo types. Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, pretty much most battlefields I can think of, shotguns were like the ones that always had ammo types. You had buckshot, you had slugs, frag rounds, flechette rounds, all the different types of rounds for shotguns, and that was pretty much it for the most part. Maybe there's some, I don't really remember. 2042 had close quarter rounds and heavy rounds and stuff like that, but other than that, it's pretty, one-dimensional, shotguns only. But it's doing like a Call of Duty thing where there are multiple ammo types for multiple weapons, and let's get into this. Alright, so using the AR as an example, we have 6 different ammo types that you can select from. You have full metal jacket, tungsten core, frangible, polymer case, hollow point, and ballistic tip. Each of these ammo types have the point value related to that 100 point system that I mentioned in the beginning. Now, let's see here. So FMJ and tungsten core both are 5 points. Hollow point is 15 points. Polymer case is only 10. Frangible is 20, and ballistic tip is 30 points. What does it do? Does it fucking suck you off? Like, that's 30% of your 100 point value on your entire gun's attachments. I'm nervous it's gonna be broken. For something that costs that much, 30% of your total value there, it's gonna be probably very strong, I'd imagine. But let's theorize. So, polymer case, it's lighter than brass, I'd imagine. So what I'm thinking is maybe it gives you a movement speed buff at the cost of velocity or something like that. I don't know. Or, that's what I'm thinking. Like a movement speed buff or reload speed buff. I don't really see the reload speed. Maybe, who knows. Frangible, I think that's literally a thing in Call of Duty, and it inflicts more flinch on people, or like a bleeding effect or something weird, I forget. So I'd imagine it might be 1-to-1, whatever it is in Call of Duty. They'll do that in this game, I don't know. Hollow point, I'd imagine it's more like headshot damage or something, I don't know. And then tungsten core, FMJ, I'm thinking tungsten core, that just sounds like it's heavier, so it does, has better velocity or something, I don't know. An FMJ, who knows, maybe some vehicle, a little bit more vehicle damage than average, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about, the buggy and stuff, how there's damage being dealt. I don't know, but initially I was like, so you're gonna have to sacrifice, your points for something, right? So you're at 95 of 100, but no. So I think you have regular rounds that are just, base, and then each of these rounds would do something unique over the others to increase something, Either way, man, it's just things are lining up good for us. I feel like, you know, watching this footage, man, for an alpha, it already looks better than current 2042. And I know it's like, everyone, don't pre-order and all this shit. I haven't pre-ordered a game in a long time anyway. I don't really do it. The only time I do it is I know I'm going to buy it and I'm gonna like either make content with it or like it being a story game and I'll like play it day, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm no, but honestly, guys, I'm probably gonna line things up to where I might just get it, you know, and have it ready. You know, I won't pre-order. I'll just buy it immediately. You know what I'm saying? But no, definitely gonna, you know, open beta. It's coming soon. We know it's coming soon. Yeah, and we're gonna be there, grinding it away, testing out everything, just seeing how everything feels, and yeah, man, if you guys watch the footage yourselves, it's pretty easy to find, dude. They got hundreds of thousands of views on these channels that just are, you know, playing the fucking beta or alpha, and just, yeah, awesome stuff. I'm getting soaked just thinking about it. I feel the tightness forming down there, you feel me? Like, ooh, we gonna bust. But, yeah, let me know what y'all think. Are you guys hyped? Guys, don't you want to be hyped? Who cares if you're gonna get let down? If you're just gonna get let down, it's like, what's the point of being in the video games anymore if you can't get excited for games? It's been so long since I've been excited for a game, especially my beloved Battlefield franchise. I'm gonna get as excited as I can because this doesn't happen anymore. It's very rare to be excited for video games nowadays. So I'm gonna get excited because the stars are aligning. It's feeling like Battlefield 1 energy again, like I said in my previous video. You can carve your entire niche and just making the classic, authentic feeling military arcade shooter that we grew up loving. Come on, guys. See, didn't that make you want to fucking go squat and shit after I said that and then go on Battlefield and, you know, okay. I'm ranting here, but yeah, let me know what y'all think, y'all. Later.